right, I'm here with Josh. We're doing a drive around of several of their facilities, of all of their equipment. This is just fantastic. And Josh, you were saying that at your peak with oil and gas and everything running like crazy, you had how many employees? 100 what?
We had about 150 employees. We were running 4 drilling rigs, water hauling, workover services, and field services. So, that's part of why we have such a nice mechanic shop. Is drilling rigs, is anybody that drills knows, are paramount. You got to keep them running, and in the oil and gas business it was no different. So we had 2 nice service trucks and everything. But this just kind of showing off. This is we got a little bit of irrigation stuff here, but this is just our old pipe yard. A lot of old oil and gas stuff, that old drill stem, and that we now use for fence posts and stuff like that for projects when we need to. And
then look at these rigs here.
So that rig right there was a air coil driven rig.
Okay.
So Shaw out of Burlington, I don't know if you met any of them, but they would come and drill all the surface and complete it and put the first 400 foot of steel in, and then that rig went in and it all ran on a coil and air driven to drill around 22 to 2,500 foot wells.
Wow.
And that bad boy, I believe, is rig 10, which is our smaller double.
Okay, all you 30-year-old guys out there struggling to get started and wondering where payroll's coming from next week, you can grow it out to stuff like this. It is possible. I was just telling Josh that I know that when we're gonna I know the person that takes care of all of the DOT paperwork for their company. That person is not going to have any hair.
Yeah.
So here we are. That's more equipment there.
Yeah. These are all workover rigs. We can drive through here as well.
Yeah. And so you're basically your father. Your father started this?
Yeah. My dad worked for JW from the early 70s and worked his way up from being a compressor mechanic to one of the vice presidents. And in 2010, they offered him to take over. Our service industry was only in Wray at the time. At one time they were in Pennsylvania and Utah as well.
Look at all these rigs.
But they sold him the Wray division, and we ran oil and gas strictly for about 10 years before we got into water. These are all workover rigs. They're mostly single doubles. There's a couple double triples here as well.
Wow.
And for people that wonder what that means, on a workover rig you pull rods and then you pull your tubing, kind of like a windmill. And a triple double can pull 3 rods and 2 joints of pipe. A single double pulls 1 joint of tubing, 2 joints of pipe. That's a cement pump truck there, and that's our other cement pump truck there for plugging oil and gas wells.
Wow.
And then we keep a powder truck in here.
Yeah. And here's HVI's, highly valuable items that women call junk.
Those green valves right there are frac valves. They're 4.5-inch frac valves. Those right now are worth whatever they are in scrap, but when they were new, they were probably about $20,000 a piece.
Wow. Oh man. So, and just kind of laying around here. There's what's this, a 3T?
That's a 3T if I remember right. That'll go back on the truck here in the next month or so.
Whenever the truck gets fixed.
Yep.
And then just lots of other equipment just because?
We did restoration and stuff, so we had a hay buster, and then a lot of this equipment, our small drilling rig took 7 loads to move, and our biggest one took 15.
Wow.
So that's why you see that we have so many trucks and water haulers, and the campers where our tool pushers stayed on site.
Okay, here, Josh, hold on. Let's see. Oh, look at this. This is these are the trailers right here, and I think it says Josh is in the doghouse with his wife.
That's where I'd stay. Sure.
Oh man! So I want to check. So what is this thing with a big pump in it? Big mud pump.
Just a mobile pump skid for one of the drilling rigs. That one would probably have went with rig number 2, which was our smallest one. It was capable to about 3,000 feet.
Wow.
And yeah, just
and then
a big.
What's that spool right there?
So we had at one time we had 2 coil tubing rigs. That were designed for cleaning out wells. And maintaining them.
Check this out.
And that's the spare spool right there.
This is the spare spool. And this is this metal?
Yeah.
So on this spool, this is actual metal. This is crazy.
Yeah, and at one time about 6 years ago now, we got contracted. We were taking our cement or our coil tubing rigs and running in and stabbing into cement retainers and helping plug oil and gas wells with them.
Wow. Wow, wow, wow. This is metal tubing. That's crazy. Well, you guys that hate poly pipe, can you imagine how much you'd hate this? Okay. That is incredible. Oh, yeah, go grab a little hook here, and I'm sure we can use that. But look at this. Here is this, and this is just metal tubing. I gotta show this. That's got like a 1/4-inch wall. That's nuts. 3/16 wall anyway, and that just actually goes down a hole.
Yeah, we set up a flow head. It almost looked like a BOP, and then on top of that was a set of skates that just drove it, and the drum turned and the skates helped guide it, and you just ran it down to the bottom, and you could either run high. They were all set up high pressure, lower volume, but we'd use it to blow any sand and water out of the bottom of the hole to get it away from the perfs and up the production.
Wow. I just barely know what you're talking about. But anyway, yeah. So then this
think like air developing a water well.
Yeah. Okay. And yeah. Boy, that's a mud pump setup there. Holy cow! So this is the engine that actually drives this on a PTO basis.
Yep.
And there's no messing around with that.
No.
Oh, that is just, yeah, amazing. Okay, and we continue the adventure. Just cars and trucks and equipment, and what an accumulation of stuff to turn $1 into $2. Help people. Let's see. All right,